What are like some of the opportunities you think filmmakers, specifically aspiring documentary filmmakers, can apply in Europe?
There is one that is ESODoc, it's European Social Documentary.
Okay, so grants or the festival is one of the thing. Like, what is the other way to make your career in the filmmaking?
I
To
think
survive.
grants is very important, but also festival markets. And I think the most important is find a producer, a European producer.
Thank you so much, Alina, and welcome to Pakistan. And I am so glad to meet you again after 10 years, I guess. We met back in 2014 or 15,
Like
yeah, at festival in Bilbao. And I think it's been quite a long journey. It's about 10 years, and I kept looking at your social media feed and look your achievements, your awards, your films, and I was not. I mean, this was kind of surprise when you told me like you are coming for a film festival, Women International Film Festival here in Pakistan, and you are giving a workshop as well. So thank you so much, and I'm so glad to see you. And so I thought to steal this opportunity to have this little conversation with you. You know, so first of all, I mean, when we talk about documentaries, and in Pakistan, generally we documentary filmmakers, we say there is not a good market for document, or even there is a no market for a documentary filmmakers, and there is no space for this kind of narrative, and it's very challenging. And now you met with the local documentary filmmakers, and what do you feel now? I mean, what do you feel about the documentaries here in Pakistan, and what like compared to European market, like what do you see here?
First of all, thank you. I'm super excited to be here and have this opportunity and also to see you after all this time. And your achievements and successes are
Thank you.
really
No, no, I am so
amazing.
humbled. Yes.
So, but answering your question, I'm super surprised because I don't understand why we don't see more Pakistani documentaries and films in general in Europe, especially in Spain. I will try to do something because I during these 2 days doing the lab, it was an honor to train these young filmmakers. I have known a lot of stories that are really amazing. So I think that here there are an incredible potential to do a lot of films and documentaries, and also the way of the way the students are approaching their stories is also very interesting because I believe very strong that it's not only important about what we are doing our films, but also who is doing the film. So I think it's very important that local filmmakers here in Pakistan approach their stories because there is a very beautiful complexity in the Pakistani society and also an incredible cultural heritage, and I knew it for your films, but I think that it could be great to have other voices supporting also the Pakistani film scene, especially I have known a lot of young women filmmakers that they are, it was very curious because there were a lot of projects about mothers as heroes, the role as daughters, the relationships in the, like in the, with their partners. So I think there are a need to talk about a lot of things that I think that it could be very, very interesting to produce here and educate audiences.
So, but how to produce here, like looking at so much challenges, and specifically when we talk about, film funds and to raise funds to produce these stories?
Yes, I think this is the main challenge because I think that there are an incredible talent, a lot of stories, a lot of people who wants to do films, but all say the same. We don't have any grants, we don't have money, we don't have nobody to ask for production for
To
produce
support,
us.
yeah.
Exactly. So in fact, I was saying them that I will try to share with them some grants that I know in Europe or abroad. But it's true that it's very competitive. We were talking about this
Yes.
before because
This is what I feel. I mean, so I have worked in Europe some time, like in Germany or even in Barcelona. So what I feel like most of the European grants are for the European filmmakers or the local filmmakers. Some of them have like this kind of leverage, like you can collaborate with the Asian filmmakers or like Arab filmmakers, but you need like someone from Europe as
yeah.
well. So it's like kind of collaboration. If we talk about ITFA as well, or if we talk about, I mean, Bernale, and so there are like these kind of opportunities. But unfortunately, we lack this. I mean, this film sport, or specifically when we talk about the independent cinema or independent filmmaking, and uh, I mean, what do you think? How important are these documentaries? How important are these stories for any society?
I think are really, really important also because in Europe, I talk especially from Spain, where I live, we don't know a lot about Pakistan. I have discovered a lot of things that I didn't know. And also, even if I didn't know properly the story of some regions, I can connect with them because at least, and I think that this is very beautiful, all are universal stories. So I think it's very important to export the Pakistani cinema and have the possibility of seeing them. Thinking about what you were saying also, I think it's there are a lot of grants for European, but I think there are some for that it could be for Pakistani filmmakers. The problem is that maybe you need to pay your travel, you need to pay your estates in Europe. So if you don't have here a system who support filmmakers, it's very difficult. Even if you win a grant or you get a production company in Europe, if you don't have someone here like a Pakistani film commission who helps, or the ambassador of different countries who help, it's very difficult. So I think it would be great that here someone take care of their own talent, because there are a lot of talent that I think it would be nice to throw to the world, spread the world.
Okay, you know what? So, being a documentary filmmaker in Spain or in Europe, because you have worked a lot outside Spain as well,
Yes.
you I mean, different films and even short films or feature films. So here, sitting in Pakistan, we think like Europe is in heaven. There are no issues. It's such a
No, it's
civilized
not
society.
true.
It's such a civilized society. There are no conflicts at all. And if you heard about the donkey, like there were like people tried to cross borders illegally
Yeah.
to get into the Europe. So what do you say about this?
It's something that I try to explain a lot to the participants of the lab, because being a Spanish woman filmmaker, it has not been easy at all. I started from scratch. I even couldn't go to a film school because in Spain the film schools are very expensive. So I just started to work and work and work, save money, and I bought a camera. I started to do my little documentary just alone from scratch, and I started to distribute myself. So it has been very difficult. Also, cinema, I think here in Spain and all over the world, it's kind of a elite. O sea, it used to be people who has some privilege, who can afford, and I think that especially in documentary filmmakers, we are like a dreamers, or I don't know why we we love our work, and we do everything to keep doing documentaries. So for me, it has been very difficult arrive where I'm now, that I can say finally I live doing documentaries. So it's incredible because my passion and my work finally were
Yes.
the same. But talking about, for example, the political problems with this last film, with Remember
Remember
My
my name.
Name,
Yes.
it was a very tough process because we were filming during 6 years. And the protagonists, they were like 8, 9, 10, 15 years old. They were, because now they are adults, but they were unaccompanied migrant minors, so their rights owned to the political government in Melilla. So, for me, it has been very tough because it's government change. I need to resign the rights, and even at the end, when we wanted to premiere, we had some disagreement with. Even if the film is a coming of age film, is not a political film. I was very clear that I wanted to be very close to the characters, and I didn't want to do like a guerrilla film or like a political film. But obviously the context is there. So even if the film was there, and we live in Spain and it's a democracy, and everything looks like work good, we had a lot of problems, and we had like not a trial, but we have to call to our lawyers, let's say. So yes, it's not so easy, and there are other examples of people doing documentaries that you must struggle with a lot of things. So I don't know. It's totally different, I know, but I just want to say that be a documentary filmmaker is not easy, and you need to work a lot, but it's also an amazing, I don't know, way of life, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
and
this.
I mean, it's like we can put it like this: it's not easy anywhere in the world, because documentary filmmakers are critique. They are going to raise voice against injustice, or human rights violations, or I mean anything which is going to affect you in the society. So it's not easy at all anywhere in the world. But this is what here in Pakistan we feel like, if we leave Pakistan, so in the Europe, like it's an heaven for
No,
filmmakers. If we go to America or UK, it's like it's totally
no,
different, and all of the challenges are here. So it's not like that.
no, no,
So
not at all.
even like most of the time, the film students here, they try to get into to the scholarships, or to study film in the universities, specifically in UK, in Germany, or in other countries as well. But even that's not easy. I see like most of the time, like people cannot make their career in the film. They keep doing odd jobs for
Yeah,
survival.
no, in fact, for this, I marked before I remarked that now I'm living doing documentaries, but because I work a lot in commissioned documentaries, not only about my projects. It's impossible. If I only work on my projects, I don't know, I couldn't pay my rent or my food. So, and I know, I think now I'm privileged because, but it's also because I have worked a lot. A lot. I have been, as you know,
Yeah.
we are all the time traveling. We have like 3, 4, 5, 10 projects at the same time. My mom
Yes.
always, all the time, said, "Oh, you need to choose your projects and focus only in one." And I said, "I can't, because there are do a documentary is a very long journey. So I imagine if I didn't do anything in between these 6 years. So in between, I have done 3 short films. I have done 2 documentary series, because with this, and even advertisement, like social advertisement, but with the money of this social advertisement, I keep doing my project. So And I'm a privilege. I have a lot of friends who are struggling, or they are even working filming weddings, and they are an incredible documentary filmmakers, and maybe they have been in the Raindance Film Festival, that is very important with their first future, but even they keep working filming weddings because it's the way that they can survive in Barcelona. That is a super cool city, but
super expensive, yeah.
It's expensive. So
Yes.
this myth of Europe, it's different in Norway or in Germany than in Spain. That it's true that we are part of Europe, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
So yes, it's very
This is what we do.
difficult.
Like we keep doing like commercial stuff. We keep doing commission projects and
totally.
all. I mean, all of those projects. I mean, which we don't like. Here, I keep making the real estate property ads.
Exactly,
I keep
totally.
doing like those corporate sector work. That's how you survive. And this is the thing. I mean, you have to find that balance to support your passion projects. I mean, you have to do like commercial work as well. You cannot survive on your passion projects
Totally.
at all. I mean, it is very difficult. So,
Yes.
what are like some of the opportunities you think like filmmakers, specifically aspiring documentary filmmakers, can apply in Europe? Like, do you have like any
Yes.
advice or
I was, in fact, this morning in the breakfast talking with some
yeah.
of the students, and I want to send them some links. There is one that is ESODoc. It's European Social Documentary. So the
Yeah.
title is European,
Yeah.
but it's a very interesting training funded by the European funds and
Yeah.
culture minister. But when I did it, in fact, there were a Pakistani woman, incredible maybe I don't pronounce her name good, Semaf Gul. She was, in fact, with her last short film in Venice. She was living at this moment in Great Britain, so she could apply. But there was also an Indian woman. So I think they are open to projects from not only European filmmakers. So I think this is a very good training. It consists in 3 weeks during a year. So you work on a social campaign, you work on the script, you work on how to build a safe space and good communication with your character that we were talking before, that is very important. So I think, at the end, the last week, you prepare a pitching, and you also have the opportunity to pitch your project it changes each year to another different festivals.
So okay, so grants or the festival is one of the thing. Like, what is the other way to make your career in the filmmaking?
I
To
think
survive.
grants is very important, but also festival markets. And I think the most important is find a producer, a European producer, or maybe, as you were saying, maybe also doing collaboration, like a producer or co-script writer, or someone, I don't know, find maybe a cinematographer if you want someone on your team who is from Europe. It's possible to apply to some grants in Europe, especially France. Also because of my experience, I have worked with a co-production with France and France 2. It's totally different, even than Spain. They have a lot of grants.
Yeah, it's
They have,
different.
and
Yeah,
it's very
yes,
fast.
very.
They are like waiting for projects, and it's like, okay, I like this project, go for it in 1 week. I was shocked because after 3 years, along with my documentary, when the France production company jumped on board, it was in 1 week we had the first found, and in 2 weeks we had France 3 on board. So it was like, what?
Oh,
2 weeks.
wow.
So I think,
So if I ask you, like, what is your process? You work like independently without DP as well sometimes, without the cinematographer?
yes, all the short films I did the cinematography too, and in the future, in Remember My Name, I have I was so lucky, and I worked with a cinematographer. But some scenes it was just me with the camera, because it was like they called me and he was busy, so I went myself.
Yeah.
So I did a really good post production work trying to fit the
Yeah.
cameras.
Yeah.
But in general, I now I try to work with a cinematographer, because I really like to be focused on the direction, and be very focused and connected with the characters.
Characters, yeah,
But
this is what I feel when I film alone. So
yeah,
because you are more focused on technical aspects, and
exactly.
then you
That you are
lose
worried with.
connection with your subject as well. So this is, I mean,
Yes,
yeah, this
totally.
happens,
But
yeah.
it's true also that, for example, now when I was doing this documentary series for HBO, we were like 55 people, and on set sometimes we were like 20, and it was not the same. You lost a lot
Yes.
of intimacy. So
Yes,
sometimes it's like,
yeah.
okay, just these weeks before, I was with a very little team, 4 people filming in Malawi and India, and it was myself with the camera, and it was like, oh my god, this has something that I was missing. So
Yes.
it's always
Yeah, it's
this.
yeah, you have to compromise on the bigger productions because and it happens a lot because if you have like big equipment, lot of team, and there is lot of pressure on your subjects or protagonists as well,
Exactly.
and then you lose that connection. So most of the things are mocked or planned,
Exactly. Are
and you don't get
totally.
that intimacy. Yeah. Hopefully next time we will have a longer conversation. Thank you
Yes.
so much,
Thank
Alina.
you,
Thank you so much.
you.
Thank you.